do our mission today. Where is my... I need to run. See you later, guys. Bye-bye. Tips. The SAT taxes. Here we go. Okay. So yesterday we saw this one, no? Yesterday we saw the exceptions to rule number 1. Yesterday we saw the expressions that we don't, where you don't need that. Yesterday we saw all these expressions where it is necessary to eliminate this information. So how do you say in English? Let's begin with Brian. Saying, Brian, in English, hoy no voy a trabajar, no voy a trabajar. How do you say that in English? Oh, I'm serious.
Today I don't try.
But it sounds like a plan, no?
I don't go
We need
work.
okay, the second part is perfect. To work, no? It's not to the work. But there are structures issues, because if you are talking about your plans for today, what is the structure that you use? It's here. The structure for plans for today. Future plans.
Number 3.
Yes, sir. Future plans, structure number 3, using the verb be and ing. The auxiliary don't is used for routines. So if you tell me I don't go to work,
I'm not
yes,
going to work.
Yes, sir. That's right. Good. Next, Benji, how do you say yo siempre voy a la iglesia los domingos antes del gimnasio?
I always to go
Okay.
at church
Okay.
every every Monday.
Interesting. Monday.
No,
How do you say domingo in English?
I forgot.
Come on, help, guys. Emergency.
Sunday.
Sunday. That's
Sunday.
correct. Sunday.
Okay. Every Sunday
That's
after
correct.
After to go the gym.
Okay, very important. So when you say go, you automatically connect with to, no? You say to go, but surprise, surprise. To is a connector for two verbs, right? is always a verb?
No.
Then to is not necessary. Eliminate to. Let's repeat.
Also, I go.
When?
I went
No. Don't repeat. My question is when? When do you go?
every Sunday. No. When? No.
But we said always, no?
Always.
Ah,
Always
so
Sundays.
always.
Always Sunday.
Organization. One more time. How do you say in English? Yo siempre voy a la iglesia los domingos antes del gimnasio.
Okay. I always
Ajá.
go.
Exactly. Eliminate two.
I always go to. No, I always go at church.
Connector for this the direction.
Of direction to.
To eliminate at. Yesterday we saw that at is for location. And the verb go.
Church is not a location.
Exactly. It's a location, but you have the verb go. Go is more important because you have transportation. You transport. And when you transport to, not that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
No, okay. I always go to the church.
Close.
To
Spanish.
church.
To church. That's rule number 3.
I always
Uh-huh.
go to church. To school, to work. Location. Okay. Yeah. I always go to church every Sunday
Every Sunday.
after after to go to
Is
gym.
after a connector?
After needs a connector.
Is after is after a verb?
After go.
After going in this case.
After go in the
Going.
gym.
Going. ing. Going.
After going to gym.
To gym. Is gym in this list?
No.
So it's necessary that. That is necessary.
Okay. After go the gym.
Go.
After going the gym.
After going direction?
After going to the gym.
To the gym. Exactly. Complete. Let's go.
Okay. I always I always go
Yes.
to church
Yes.
every Sunday
Yes.
after going to the gym.
Oh, fantastic. That's good job. Yes. Watch out for your structure. In the chat I have, I am always going. That is incorrect because I am going is for future plans. We are not talking about future. We are talking about routines, structure number 2. right? And what else? That's it. Let's go to the next one, right? Elsie. Yo nunca había estado en la cárcel hasta hoy. How do you say that in English?
I
Ajá.
never had been.
Did you say have been or had been?
Had
You are correct. Had past
had
before past. Structure number 8.
I I never had been in jail
Yeah. Hasta hoy, hasta el día de hoy.
until now.
Until now. What?
Until today.
Great. Until now too? Yes.
Mhm.
The two are correct. And it's very important, guys. Elsie used structure number 8. Past before past, which actually is incorrect. Oh my god. Guys, let's correct this, no? It's have plus past participle. Check your notes, check your PDF. Probably it's incorrect.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Caesar. Had a past participle verb. Take a note, erase it, change it, etc. Laurita, how do you say? How do you say mm, lo más importante es la familia? How do you say that in English? Hashtag Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Correct.
Yes.
Oh, teacher.
Lo más importante es la familia.
It it um, it it is more important.
Okay.
It is the family.
You have extra information. It is not necessary.
No,
No, no,
it's
no.
is the family.
But let's go back. Let's go back. Lo más importante. How do you
A
say
ver,
that?
mm, the more important is the
Nice.
family.
Are we talking about? Are we comparing, or are we talking about the number one, the priority number one?
Mm,
You know, more
I don't
is
understand, teacher.
to
The more?
compare. No, no, no. More is to compare.
No.
What is
Okay.
the top priority for
Better.
more important? No, that's different.
Better?
No, no, no. We have a different word. It's much, more, and most.
The most? Okay.
No, no, no. Much, more, and most.
Most? Okay.
Superlative of
More.
much, a lot of, and many.
Okay. Okay. The most important is the family.
Perfect. Now, are we talking in general or are we talking about a specific family?
I took about my family.
Oh, well, be careful. You said my family. It's very different to say my family
In general is
than in general.
family. The most important is family.
Correct. You see the difference? Because it's different to
Yes.
say my family than say only family. Only family
Okay.
is rule number 1.
Mhm. In general, is family. Okay.
Ajá. In general, is family. Things in general. Mhm. Next, Caesar. El chocolate es una buena fuente de, de nada. Azúcar. El chocolate es una buena fuente de azúcar. How do you say fuente in English? Do you know?
No.
Source.
Ah, very good, Benji. Yes. Source.
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 Okay. Chocolate is a good source
Mm-hmm.
of sugar. Sugar.
Sugar or sugar?
Sugar.
Correct, complete.
Chocolate is a good source of sugar.
Of sugar with the connector. That's right. That is correct. You see, so you're doing a good job, guys. We have no problem. Have more people. That's it. This is the review for yesterday's class. Take a note, my people, because an extra the is a problem in the speaking and writing section of the exam, of the final exam, which is the preliminary, the Cambridge preliminary B1. Super important to eliminate this that. So let's finish the dilemma. We are going to go through rule number 4. Okay? In this case, we are going to take an example of going to the cinema. Okay? When you go to the cinema, you have tickets with a specific room. Do you agree? Tickets with a specific room. And we say, for example, in the theater, in my ticket, Fast and Furious is on room number 14. It's a big cinema. Room number 14. Which in Spanish would say la película será en la sala 12. Vamos a poner. La película será en la sala 12. La sala 12. How do you say this in English? The movie will be in room 12. As you can see, there is no article. Because in English, when you have a noun plus a number, you don't use the. I repeat, when you use a noun plus a number, you don't use the. Did you catch it? In the other example, we have ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers. Do you know what is the difference with ordinal numbers?
is the first, second, third.
Excellent. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. In that case, it's necessary. The article is necessary. But in a normal number, that's not necessary. So, let's say an example. César, la cafetería está en el piso 3. How do you say that in English?
Okay. La cafetería está en el piso 3.
That's right.
No. Yeah, the coffee.
The what?
The coffee. Only coffee.
Coffee is a drink.
Coffee shop.
The coffee shop, very good.
The coffee shop stay.
Stay.
No.
But I stay in a hotel.
Okay, no. The coffee shop be.
Conjugate, are you speaking in present or in past?
Present.
In present. So, be in present.
The coffee shop is. The coffee shop is in floor 3.
Correct. That's correct. Be careful with the verb stay, eh? Stay is a false cognate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be careful on that one. That's very, very important. I will include it in the exam, actually.
No, teacher.
Yes. That's gonna be not teaching. I'm sorry, brother. It's for your own good. I promise.
I'm study stay.
Yeah. It's super important.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Is correct to say the coffee shop is in the floor 3 or is on the floor 3?
For floors. Oof. No, that's gonna be interesting. In or on? Which preposition should I use to talk about floors?
Depending the building, not teacher?
Yeah, but that's a problem with. Look, there's another person asking the same question. It says here, what is the correct use of the preposition? Her apartment is at the second floor, or her apartment is in the second floor? So, according to this professional editor and native speaker of English, the correct preposition for the floor or of a building is on, neither in nor at. For example, he lives on this floor, so yeah, that was a good observation, Evanji.
Okay.
I also had the question, but I was like,
yes, I have this. How do you say duda?
question.
Well, I have this question because tomorrow you say something like the on is over.
Yesterday.
And for this reason, I create this comparison.
Excellent relation, eh? That's correct. When you're talking about a surface, you use on. So technically, if you imagine the building, we have a store 1, store 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's except different surfaces. So the connector is on, definitely.
Yes.
And everybody agrees.
Tengo una llamada, regreso.
Yes. In English.
Better say between floor 2 and floor 4.
That's too much information, Cesar. Why is it better? You know, better say. He says very bad.
No?
No. I think that's too much information. Better use on the second floor in the building on the second floor.
I remember that Malcolm in the Middle in a chapter
In an episode.
in an episode, Malcolm and her brothers
His
explain very good on their
Oh, really?
yeah. I'm search the episode and send you.
Please, because that will be interesting.
Yeah, because they playing with ball on football.
No, with a ball.
The
Football.
ball and say, yeah. What do you say? Entre? A través de?
Through.
Through, yeah, through the house, on the house, in the house.
Oh, dude, that's an excellent example. Find the episode, no? Find the clip and send it. I wanna check it.
Yeah, I'm search the episode and send you.
Yes, please. Prepositions are very, very tricky. But okay, very good. So there you have it, right? Oh, I'm gonna give you more vocabulary for that. This. Do you know the big doors? The big doors at the airport. For example, this one. I think it's this one. You know the access to the airplanes? That's called a gate. Okay? So in the airport, you say, let's go, Laurita. Mi vuelo sale en la puerta 19. How do you say that in English?
My flight
Uh-huh.
is correct.
My flight with T, because fly is a verb.
Uh-huh.
Flight.
Flight.
No. Flight. Okay. My flight. Oh,
My flight.
teacher call. I
Yes.
don't know. Sale. Go? No.
How do you say?
Arrive is llegar.
What is the contrary of llegar?
The arrive is
Irse. Oh, I see you later. How do you say that in English?
How do you say what?
Irse.
Goodbye.
Goodbye is an expression.
Leave.
Exactly, Elsie.
Why? Leave.
Leave.
My pride lives.
Watch out. I leave, you leave, and he, she, it.
Lives.
Yes, complete.
My pride lives. What puerta? Gate?
Gate.
Gate 8?
And what is a connector for gate 8?
in gate 8.
I would say at.
At for location.
I think it is at. But let me check. Prepositions for gates. Here it is, example.
At the gate.
I would say at, but let me check. In, at, and inside are all prepositions of location. So any of these could be used, but there is a difference. At is a more general relation to location. He could be in school, outside the school, or even across the street with the preposition at. In and inside produce a relation about boundaries, limitations. With these prepositions, this location is inside the boundary of a school. I'm standing near the school gate. Okay, if you're talking about the specific area of the door, you need to use at, because it's a specific point in the school.
Okay, at the gate 8.
At, exactly, eliminate that.
Because it's a specific gate.
Because it's noun plus number.
Okay.
Eliminate that.
Okay. At gate 8.
At gate 8. That is correct.
Okay.
That's the one. So it's very important to pay attention. Pay attention to the sequence, because that's
there are numbers.
There are numbers.
There are numbers.
That's correct. Good, Laurita. Good job. The next one, rule number 5. Okay? American people eliminate the article when you speak. Yes, Silsy.
Can you
go back?
Go back to the. Yes, here. Can you explain to me why the movie going to be in room 12 is incorrect?
It's going to be, it will be. Well, it's not incorrect, because technically you didn't plan the movie. You plan to go. You know? But you don't plan the schedule of the movie. So there is a little difference between these two, because you plan the visit, you plan the schedule or going to the cinema, but you don't program the movie.
So going to is for?
Going to is for plans. For plans that you control, future plans.
And will?
Will, in this case, I put in the structures handbook that is for predictions, for promises, and for spontaneous decisions. But it sounds strange if I say the movie is going to be. Probably American people will say the movie is gonna be. Gonna.
I just want to learn
The specific.
the difference.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. Will and.
Well, the problem is that it's hard for everybody. But in this case, okay, let's take it as a mistake. We can check and say gonna. Because will is for predictions. for plants. So probably I am mistaken. It's a mistake in my case, but it sounds very strange.
Predictions and spontaneous decisions.
Aha. Predictions, spontaneous decisions, and promises.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All that is in the handbook, eh? Right here in the handbook. Where's the handbook? If you see models, the structure number 7,
Seventh.
huh? You have will.
Oh, yes.
There it is. The reason I don't have will with the others is because it's an independent, or it's the same structure, similar to can and would and good. It's like a family of words.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Very, very good. All right. So let's pass to the next one. Check this out, eh? This is very interesting. In Spanish, we say el doctor Robertson te verá ahora. It's in Spanish. But then we go to English and the disappears. You see? This happens because when we say the name of a person after the profession, we need to eliminate the. No article. Never use the article in this specific area. You can see a very good example in this article. Here. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has 4 major building projects. In Spanish, we would say el presidente mexicano, but when we think in English, you need to omit the article. No more article. Because hashtag English.
If you don't say his name, you need the article.
Correct. That's precisely the point. If you don't say the name, you need the article because you're speaking about a specific thing. As an example, the doctor will see you now. And also you can do possessives, for example. I learned omission of articles with teacher Pérez. Omission with double S. Eliminate Pérez and you get I learned omission of articles with the teacher. Because hashtag English, my friend.
Teacher,
Yes.
I'm confusing. In all these sessions that we see the preposition da,
Article, no preposition.
the article da, sorry. The principal point is when don't use da.
Correct.
Okay, and then we don't use da when uh, we talk about something specific.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. No, again. We use that when we talk about something specific. This is positive. The cereal that I like. The family of my brother. No, the family of my wife. That's a specific family. But in general, family is more important. Family in general. For me, for you, for Lorita, for Elsa, for everybody.
Okay.
Eliminate the. Okay.
Okay. When I confusing because for me, for example, in the sentence that we say at the end of the slide, for example, the doctor will see you now. Is that in general or not?
No, because in this case, you are in the doctor's office. You are visiting the doctor in this moment. That's why you have now.
Oh, okay. It's specific for the context because
Exactly.
I know where I meet the dog.
You know the
You
specific
know
doc.
who is the dog. Okay.
Exactly. But if you say
Mm,
doctors are important, that's general.
okay. Yes.
This is the difference. You need to identify general versus specific.
Mm, okay. And then in the example of the top, the example that say Dr. Robertson will see you now. In this case, we omit the article da because in theory is something doctor, some one doctor that I don't know
Okay. No. In this
because I
case, you.
guess the Dr. Robert is more specific.
Yes. It's more specific, but it's an exception. It's similar to what happened to rule number 3. You know, in rule number 3, we saw exceptions, no? School is a
Okay.
specific location, but we don't use that. Work is a specific location, but you don't use that.
Okay.
The same case in this case. We have a specific name and a specific professional, but it's not necessary to use that. Because hashtag English.
Okay. Okay. These rules are, for example, like exceptions.
Correct.
Okay.
These rules are exceptions as well.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the tricky part, no? It's so
Sí.
so interesting, so different, but that's the tricky part. Hashtag English. There you have it, guys. So, in what cases do you use this expression? We use it at the office, you know, because in Mexico we call everybody licenciado and ingeniero, no? At the office is very necessary, but in English you never use these words. You say, for example, secretary, you know, according to the profession, you use secretary, and it's not necessary to say that. For example, secretary Pamela wants to see you in her office. You know? Or when you say secretary, no. Licenciado doesn't have an expression in English. Engineer, yes. Engineer Gonzalez has important information about the project. You see? Can you imagine another example that you use in the office? Remember a person. No more? Come on guys, imagine one. Okay, then let me give you an example. How do you say this in English? Brian, debo de ir a ver a la psicóloga González. Debo de ir a ver a la psicóloga González. How do you say that in English?
I have to go to see.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yes. That's right.
Okay. I have to go to see psychology Gonzalez.
Psychology González, right? Psychologist.
Psychologist.
Ajá.
Okay. I have to go to see psychologist Gonzalez.
Okay, then how do you say debo de ir a ver a la psicóloga de la oficina?
I have to go to see the office psychologist.
Offices.
Offices.
Offices apostrophe S. Ajá.
I have to go to see the office's psychologist.
Completely correct. Yes, of course. Difficult?
So.
So. You finally found a challenge. Finally, very good. You know, that's a very important thing here. If you are speaking about an important person in your life and you want to be the profession, be careful because that's gonna be necessary. Rule number 5 will be necessary. Finally, we are going to use acronyms. Do you know these logos?
Yes, teacher.
Right? They are acronyms, no? The first one is the logo of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization in English, or Organización del Tratado del Atlántico Norte, I think. Yeah, right? North Atlantic Treaty Organization, in Spanish and in English. Why this is in different order? Because in English acronyms are different. Yes, acronyms, in this case the NATO is an international organization that includes Spanish languages and English languages. But if you see UNICEF, for example, this is actually American. It's the United Nations. I don't remember the rest. You know, to be honest. In this case, United Nations in the UN is together from this, which in Spanish is also different, no? In Spanish this is ONU, but in English is UN. This particular information is important because when we're using acronyms in English, you need very specific information. If the acronym is pronounced as one word, don't use that. For example, the first logo. Pronounced as one word, NATO is the acronym used for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Example, NATO ambassadors met to discuss the situation. Right? NATO, not NATO. Okay? When you pronounce the acronym together, then the article is not necessary. The same case happens with UNESCO. Read this example. Help me, Elsie. Read the next one.
UNESCO was formed in 1946.
Correct. If you think about this in Spanish, how do you say this?
La UNESCO
La UNESCO.
se creó, diría yo.
Ajá, se creó en 1946. What a different thing, no? The same in NATO. La OTAN. Embajadores de la OTAN se reunieron a discutir la situación. So again, articles in Spanish disappear in English. Articles in Spanish that disappear in English. This is not always. Okay? This happens when the article, when the acronym is pronounced with independent letters. You need to use the independent letters that, like, the FBI, the US, the CIA, the FBI, the US. Do you remember what is US? What is the US?
United States.
The United States. Ah, you're paying attention, Caesar. You surprise me every day. Very good. The United States. Except for universities. Article is not used before university acronyms. Because hashtag English.
For
This
example,
is-
teacher,
Yes, Benji.
sorry, we can say The UNAM?
That's a very difficult one because UNAM is a Spanish acronym.
Okay.
So that doesn't happen when you speak English. In this case, UNAM is short for Universidad Autónoma de México. So when you translate to English, American people say, look at this. Actually, I'm going to use an American website to see how American people speak about UNAM. Let's check this one. So this is an American newspaper. Okay? An American newspaper. If you look for UNAM, look at how UNAM is between parentheses. You see? And then American people need to translate the name in English. The metro is possibly the Achilles heel. The Achilles heel is Achilles. What's the name of
El
the
telón.
El talón, ajá. Talón de Aquiles de Claudia Sheinbaum. The metro is possibly the Achilles heel of Claudia Sheinbaum's presidential aspirations, said Jorge Bravo, a political scientist at the National Autonomous University of Mexico. They actually changed the name in English so everybody can understand, because that acronym doesn't exist in the United States. Look at the letters, obviously. N-A-U-M. So in English it's Naum, and in Spanish it's Unam.
Yes. Okay, and then these exceptions only apply for the US.
Yes. Or
Okay.
British, no? But organizations and institutions in English countries.
Okay.
Or international, like OTAN. Another example is the World Health Organization. World Health Organization. It has a different name in Spanish. What is it?
The World Health Organization.
World, like the planet.
Ajá.
World Health.
Organización Mundial de la Salud, ¿no?
Exactly. Look at how different it is. Spanish, OMS.
Ah, yes.
English, WHO. And when people say WHO, they use the article because it's independent. In this case, it applies. What an interesting thing, no? It's only exclusively for international things and for local organizations. If you want to speak about Mexican organizations, you need the vocabulary in English.
Okay, teacher.
Hashtag English, my people. And this is your lesson. All the information we saw yesterday and today is here.
Sorry, teacher. You can show the last slide.
Sure. Here it is.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Very good. Well, guys, we got it. We finished 15 minutes earlier. which is good because I gotta run to the gym. I didn't go. And you can study this for the exercise because I have a very important exercise for you tomorrow. You need to select. So study your nutshell. Let me pass it to you on the WhatsApp. And let's go. Today's nutshell. We finished for today. Have a very good Wednesday. Rest, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, teacher.
You too.
See you
See you
guys.
later, guys.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Bye, teacher. Thank
Bye,
you.
Lorita. See you later.
Night.
Night.